In the season opener, St. Vincent St. Mary, which is a school that LeBron goes to, was playing Wellston High School. These dudes were sorry, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, they missed so many open layups, airballed some shots that are like right around the basket. The first thing I noticed was that LeBron was not doing the jump ball, and he had a 40-inch vertical at the time. And LeBron started the game by missing a dunk. Now, he did make up for it. LeBron got on the board with his alley-oop dunk. That was his first points of that 2003 season. The thing that caught my eye is that LeBron was super unselfish. And for one, he's a 5-star prospect. He knows he's about to be a top pick in the upcoming draft. And he's still trying to get his teammates involved and build up their confidence and things of that sort. And it made me realize, like, I ain't shit. Because if I'm a 5-star prospect, if I know I'm going to the draft next year, like, bro, give me the ball. Y'all better get to the corner, bro. I'm sorry. Check this out, bro. There would be times where LeBron would be calling for the ball and he didn't get it. You see right here, he's calling for it in the post and dude doesn't give it to him. And it was just a lot of plays like that. Okay, so number 24 on LeBron's team, I see why he was doing jump ball now. He was athletic as hell. He gets a steal and he just goes coast to coast on some LeBron shit and finishes with the left. His name was Romeo Travis. He was 6'7". He could dunk. He was a lefty. He defended. He was pretty good. So I'd say that he was the second best player on this team. And he had good chemistry with LeBron. This game actually got shut down early. I guess there was like a power outage or something like that. The game got shut down. But I mean, the game was basically over, man. They was getting blown out by 30 in the second quarter. They barely scored 10 points in a half of basketball. Okay, so LeBron finished this game with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He also made 2 3-pointers in this game. Those are his stats in one half too, so keep that in consideration. For LeBron's second game of his senior year of high school, he was playing a school called George Jr. And first things first, LeBron got called for a tech because he dunked the ball and then he hung on the rim for a little too long. He did have another dunk in this game. Here it is right here. He gets a steal and then he just punches that shit. Now about George Jr., I definitely think they were more talented than the team that they played in his first game, but I don't think they played the best as a team. And also, they just could not handle pressure. LeBron's team was full court pressing them, and bro, they could not make it past half court. They were struggling, bro. Struggling. On LeBron's St. Vincent team, it was this dude number 3, bro. He had a fucking burner, bro. He had like 8 of their first 13 points. He had to hit at least 6 3-pointers. No joke. He was cashing everything. Every team got that one white dude up there who just shoots straight threes, and that was Corey Jones for this team. I think LeBron did a great job of setting him up. This was a really good pass by LeBron. And I think just in general, in this game, we saw a lot of great passes from LeBron. And then as the game progressed, we saw LeBron get more aggressive. He was playing a little bit of bully ball, but he also showed off his jump shot a little bit. LeBron had his famous chase down block in this game. It was the first quarter, I believe, where he turned the ball over. And then LeBron finished this game with 21 points, 7 assists, and 14 rebounds. So he almost had a triple-double. Also, number 3, Corey Jones, bro. He was hooping too. I think he had like 20 plus easily. So shout out to Corey Jones, bro. He was hooping. All right, so in this game, LeBron's team was playing the number 1 team in the country, Oak Hill Academy. Basically, you had the number 1 player in the country versus the number 1 team in the country. This game was on national television, so the hype surrounding this game was crazy. In this game, LeBron's team got off to a slow start. LeBron, he too didn't start the game off too well. Turnovers, he missed a lot of makeable jump shots. And I think he struggled early because, look at this right here, he catches a ball in the post, and then he has 3 defenders loading up, trying to stop the drive, and they're trying to make him a passer. I think Oak Hill just punished St. Vincent St. Mary in the paint. Specifically number 1, he was killing. He was getting offensive rebounds and then he was finishing at the basket. That's how St. Vincent St. Mary found themselves in a hole early. Then this dunk changed everything. From that point on, LeBron James was unstoppable. LeBron had like 4 dunks in the first half, bro. I'm not even kidding. He was really enforcing his will here. And, once LeBron got into attack mode, I think that opened things up for the rest of his teammates because once he's driving, Oak Hill has to stop it. They're worried about it so much that they're leaving his teammates open. We see it right here. LeBron gets the ball. He's pushing it in transition. All eyes are on LeBron. What does he do next? He dumps it off to his teammate.
Big early, but there's another no-look feed.
That got St. Vincent St. Mary back on the right track. LeBron living in the paint, LeBron attacking the paint, LeBron putting a lot of pressure on the rim, because that is when LeBron's the most dangerous. So in the third quarter, we saw LeBron continue to attack the basket. This and one right here gave him 23 points. But this three-pointer to me was like, it was a wrap. And I always say this, but once LeBron's three-point shot is falling, bro, I'm sorry, it's over. And in the fourth quarter, they just dominated. Oak Hill only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter. St. Vincent was killing. They were getting a lot of points in transition. And I think that's when a lot of his teammates started to find their shot. Yeah, it was a wrap at that point. LeBron finished this game with 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. And his team won this game by like 20 points. The next game I found is when LeBron played Strawberry Mansion. Allen Iverson was in attendance. This was a big game because LeBron was facing the best scorer in the country, Maurice Rice, who was a 6'1" point guard averaging 26 points per game, and he also broke Wilt Chamberlain's Philadelphia scoring record. Strawberry Mansion started the game off in a zone, and LeBron shredded it. He started the game off with this jumper, and then we saw him manipulate the defense with his passing. We saw a lot of passes from LeBron that led to three-pointers for his teammates. Also, Strawberry Mansion struggled handling St. Mary's pressure. They could not handle the press. You see here, they throw the ball to the middle to try to beat it, but LeBron comes flying across the screen like a safety, gets the steal, and he does this.
Here's James hopping through the lane.
At this point, Maurice Rice was scoreless, and he didn't score his first point till late in the third quarter. With 40 seconds left, he hit this three-pointer, and he cut his team's deficit to 35. So they had a long way to go. In the fourth quarter, that's when Maurice Rice said, fuck it, we down by 40, but nigga, you can't beat me one-on-one. And him and LeBron deadass started playing one-on-one in the middle of the game. Now, Maurice Rice was cooking him, bro. Maurice Rice was cooking LeBron off the same crossover. He would step left and then he would just cross over back to his right. And every time he would fuck LeBron up with that same move over and over again. And that brings us to this play right here. As you can see, he crossed the shit out of LeBron. LeBron went fucking flying. The crowd went crazy, but LeBron ain't no bitch. So LeBron got the ball back. He cleared out. He said, yo, y'all niggas get the fuck out the way. So after he got out the way, LeBron shot it. He missed. His team got the rebound, and LeBron got it back. He shot a three. He made this one. Maurice Rice came back. He said, fuck that shit. He started hooping, got into the crossover. He made some layups, made a couple threes. Yeah. LeBron's team won the game by like 30 or 40, whatever. But Maurice Rice won the one-on-one in the fourth quarter. He finished the game with 13 points. I mean, most of them came in the fourth quarter. In totality, LeBron killed this nigga. 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. I guess you can say Maurice Rice won the battle, but LeBron won the war. In this game, LeBron's St. Vincent St. Mary team was playing against a school called Columbus Brook Haven, and they were tested. In this game, LeBron showed us that he was capable of scoring the ball on all 3 levels. Early in this game, LeBron was taking a lot of jump shots, bro. These were tough buckets LeBron was hitting. Dribbling on the left side, step back into the little mid-range jumper. That's cash. The next time he had the ball, he went straight into a pull-up 3. That's cash too. So LeBron was definitely taking a lot of jump shots early, and he was making them. But in that first half, he was settling a little too much. That's just not his game. In the second half, that's when we saw LeBron be LeBron. He was getting downhill, he was aggressive attacking the basket, and that's when good things like this happen. So LeBron's pushing the ball in transition, the defender cuts him off, LeBron jumps in midair, he looks in the corner like he's about to pass it to the corner, and then he dishes it off to the center. We got a couple more no-look passes. We saw a putback dunk, and then LeBron was just showing off his bag, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This game actually came down to the wire. Late in the fourth quarter, this game was tied. I know there was 25 seconds left, and LeBron had a chance to win the game for his team, and yep, you saw it. He turned the ball over, and it lands right in the hand of Drew Lavender. Now, Drew Lavender drives to the basket, and he gets fouled with a chance to win the game. That's really the only mistakes that I saw Drew Lavender make in this game. And he could do a little bit of everything. He could get to the basket and finish out the rim. He could also shoot the ball too. There were plenty of times where he would come off a screen and then he would raise up straight into the jumper. These were deep threes too. For example, they're playing at Ohio State. This is already a college three-point line and he's pulling from way beyond it. He had 26 points and he kept his team in the game and he gave his team a chance to win this game and he missed both free throws. I think if you would have asked their coach and players, tie ball game with a chance to win, who would you want shooting the free throws? They would have said Drew Lavender, so you couldn't have asked for a better situation or a better position to be in. But yeah, he missed the free throws, and in overtime, that's when St. Vincent St. Mary pulled away. Brook Haven had their chance to win the game, and they blew it. LeBron finished the game with 27 points, 3 assists. He did so on 11 of 22 shooting from the field. LeBron was on the West Coast playing modern day high school, and he started the game off by doing this.
A really active player and a great offensive rebounder. Here's James. Look at the pass.
That gave them a 7-1 lead early in the game. They really had control of the game from the start of it, truthfully. The third quarter, they were up 12. In that second quarter, bro, LeBron was dominant. He was hitting fadeaways, knocking out some mid-range jumpers. But again, whenever he decides to put his head down and get to the rim, I mean, we already know how unstoppable he is. So, yeah. Second quarter, LeBron had 13 points. He started the game 1 of 7 from the field, but in the second quarter, he was 5 of 8 from the field. And though LeBron did finish the game with 21 points, I was more so impressed by what he did on the defensive end of the floor. He finished the game with a few blocks. This one was very impressive. And he also finished the game with a couple steals. So it was a great two-way performance from LeBron. Final score of this game was 62-67. I want to start this off by saying that the shit LeBron was doing in this game was just unfair. I think the shit was borderline bullying, bro. Look at this. The first play I want to show you is this play. LeBron's in the post. He takes 3 hard dribbles and then he finishes with the left hand. And then he's just talking shit to this kid, bro. I don't know what number 34 did. Look at this again, one more time. 3 hard dribbles and 1. He yells in the kid's face. I'm going to slow it down right there. And my question is, what do you do if you're number 34? What can you say? You can't say you're better than him. He's a number 1 ranked player in the country. You can't say I got more money than you. It's tough. Like, your options are limited here. After this play, like, I felt so bad for number 34. I was trying to find out what he did to get this type of treatment from LeBron. I went back, I rewinded, and I could not find anything that he did. Maybe he said something slick earlier in the game. But I mean, from here, LeBron was just going crazy, bro. Like, he had some crazy ass dunks in this game. He had an East Bay dunk. They actually had to stop the game for like a minute just to calm everybody down after this dunk. Yeah, and I think that just summarized what type of night it was for LeBron. Again, he was bullying kids, like straight post work, 3 dribbles, putting you in the basket, lay. Also, I think he had 6 dunks in this game. This was the first one, a little reverse. But this one, off the in and out, 1 dribble, bang, just punched it. This had some anger to it. He just had an extra pep in his step in this game. He didn't settle for a lot of jump shots in this game. LeBron finished the game with 40 points. And after he made this 3-pointer, it put his team up 88-53. Then he checked out the game to a standing ovation. In this game, St. Vincent St. Mary was playing a school called Detroit Redford, and the first half of this game was all about defense. It started with St. Vincent St. Mary. Though Detroit Redford was breaking the press with ease, they weren't able to get a lot of good shots in the half-court set. All the shots that were taken was contested, and that was the theme for Detroit Redford in that first quarter. Because of their defense, St. Vincent St. Mary was up 13-4 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Detroit Redford picked up their defense. They started full court pressing, and we saw St. Vincent St. Mary turn over the ball a lot. Also, they kept fouling Detroit Redford. They kept putting them at the free throw line, specifically number 33. I'm not lying to you, this dude shot like 10 free throws in the second quarter. So that's how they got back into the game. At one point in the second quarter, the score was 19-16. From there, LeBron took over. First, it was this bucket. Then he got some penetration, and then he lobbed it up to number 24. The next play, LeBron drives to the basket and he finishes with the right hand. That bucket put St. Vincent St. Mary up by 11, and that's when Detroit Redford called a timeout to try to fuck up his rhythm, but that didn't work. Right out of the timeout, LeBron got a steal. This was one of the stretches that made me realize that if LeBron wanted to, he really could score 50 every game. LeBron scored 13 of his 30 points in the third quarter. He capped off the quarter with back-to-back dunks. This last dunk right here put his team up by 23 points with about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. That's game. LeBron was in North Carolina playing the #1 ranked team in the state, RJ Reynolds. In the first minute of the game, the first person that caught my eye was number 34. From the first play of the game, he went at LeBron. You see he gets into the pull-up. Then the next play came straight at LeBron. LeBron kind of lost his balance a little bit. He went for the steal. I think he finished the game with like 10, so he didn't go too crazy or nothing like that. This game was really about LeBron James and Romeo Travis. The two were dominant, especially Romeo Travis in the first quarter. You could tell that their coach was making sure he got a lot of touches early. Romeo took advantage of that. Now, here's where LeBron got involved. He was dunking, getting to the paint at will. I knew the game was over when LeBron did this to end the third quarter. This game was a blowout. St. Vincent St. Mary won this game by 20 plus. Romeo and LeBron combined for 49 points. 32 of those points came from LeBron.
I mean, all he's doing is shooting fadeaways. Give him credit. Fine, they've gone in. He gets the ball now. You guys are running for the other end.
All right, so LeBron entered this game off a loss and a suspension. LeBron was suspended for accepting a throwback jersey in return for a photo. His first game back from suspension was against LA Westchester, a team that featured 3 future NBA players. Guarding LeBron was UCLA commit Trevor Ariza.
One-on-one, chip stop.
Wow.
LeBron finished this game with 52 points, which is the same amount of points that LA Westchester scored as a team. He almost outscored them by himself. Now, the most disrespectful play was this putback.
On a 9-point cushion. Johnson down low.
In this game, LeBron could do no wrong. Fadeaways, crazy three-pointers, putback dunks. He even made a half-court shot.
To the backcourt, down to 2 seconds. James has to fire it up. And he banks.
In the first half of this game, we saw fadeaways, three-pointers, mid-range jumpers, step-back jumpers. We saw a whole lot of jumpers. In the second half, we saw dunks, and more dunks. Final score was 78-52, St. Vincent St. Mary. This next game reminded me a lot like Game 2 of the 2018 Eastern Conference Semifinals. This is a game where LeBron was playing the Toronto Raptors and he had a whole bunch of fadeaways and a bunch of contested mid-range jumpers. And I saw a lot of that in the first quarter of this game. LeBron was still on a heater from his previous game against LA Westchester where he scored 52 points. There was a stretch in the game where LeBron hit like 4 fadeaways in a row. This last fadeaway gave him 24 points and it put his team up by double digits. That lead for St. Vincent St. Mary didn't last long because Zaynesville was full of shooters. They hit a few three-pointers and it was a 1-point game. After they cut the lead to 1 point, that's when LeBron took over. Not only with his scoring but also with his passing. This behind the back to Romeo Travis put St. Vincent St. Mary up by 13 points. And entering the fourth quarter, LeBron had 38. In the fourth quarter, LeBron ended the game how he started it. We saw more fadeaways. This last fadeaway put LeBron up to 46 points. When he checked out the game, the score was 83-56. He left the game to another standing ovation. In this game, LeBron did this. I want you to pay attention to number 14. That's a bad teammate right there. In this game, Camour was in a 2-3 zone. I thought the ball movement from St. Vincent St. Mary was phenomenal. Because of that, we saw them get a lot of open shots around the perimeter. Also in this game, I thought LeBron did a great job of getting to the sweet spot of the zone. Right here, he flashes to the middle and he knocks down a mid-range jumper. By the third quarter of this game, LeBron was just trolling. He tried to go off the backboard to himself, but he couldn't get a hold of the ball, so he missed the dunk. And yeah, LeBron was just having fun in this game. You know, it was just a typical day in the office. LeBron finished this game with 30 points and 9 assists. He also had 14 rebounds, and he did so while only playing 3 quarters. In the first quarter, some kid tries to dunk on LeBron. LeBron blocks it, but the kid gets up and appears to be talking trash to LeBron. That was a mistake. Throughout LeBron's NBA career, I think he showed us that you do not want to poke the bear. We saw it with Lance Stevenson. More recently, we saw it with Dylan Brooks. I don't remember exactly what Dillon Brooks said to the media, but I do know he said something along the lines that LeBron was washed up, he was too old, and LeBron proceeded to score 20 points and grab 20 rebounds and send him home. This game was no different. He scored on the next 2 possessions and he finished the first quarter with 15 points. And this bucket late in the second quarter extended St. Vincent lead to 23 points, and it brought its total up to 27 points. By the third quarter, St. Vincent St. Mary had their largest lead of the game. And in the fourth quarter, LeBron checked out the game with 41 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and the W. And this is why you don't poke the bear. We're now in the playoffs. This was one of my favorite LeBron games. He didn't go out there and score 50 points. He was poised in this game, and I thought he did a really good job of picking his spots and choosing when to be aggressive and when to get his teammates involved. On the first play of the game, LeBron was double teamed, so he spent the entire first quarter getting his teammates involved. After only scoring 3 points in the first quarter, LeBron would finish the game with 19 points, but I was more impressed with how he was doing it. In this game, LeBron did not get a lot of fast break opportunities, but in the half-court set, I thought he was amazing. He got to his spots and he knocked down his jumpers. He wasn't forcing anything until the end of the game where you could tell LeBron was just trying to get a highlight. We did see a poster off an inbound pass. The funniest part about this is after it happened, LeBron was chopping it up with the cheerleaders, so I thought that was funny. LeBron was super efficient in this game. He scored 19 points, but he also finished this game with like 9 assists also. Romeo Travis was also big in this game. A bunch of other guys stepped up as well. Final score 32-82. In the next round, LeBron played Ottawa Glandorf, who were led by a set of twins who were really good. In the first quarter, the twins gave St. Vincent St. Mary all they could handle. They scored or assisted on 14 of their team's first 16 points, and at one point they led 11-1. But like always, when St. Vincent St. Mary got off to a slow start, LeBron always seemed to settle his team down. Today was no different. It all started with this no-look pass to Romeo Travis.
Gets it to LeBron James. Great no-look pass to Travis.
And then we saw LeBron impose his will.
LeBron James inside.
At halftime, we were tied at 26 apiece. In the second half, LeBron continued to do what he does best. He got in transition and got some easy baskets. Also, he continued to be a playmaker off his drives. That's why St. Vincent St. Mary had an 8-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. LeBron pretty much closed him out. He had 10 points in the fourth quarter, and this put the nail in the coffin. No, this one did.
Him included the key the other night.
LeBron finished the game with 25 points and 5 assists. We're here in the third quarter, and this is when LeBron ended all hope that his opponent had of winning this game. So he gets his steal and he dunks it. Canton South scores. Then LeBron comes down and he makes a 3-pointer. He swishes it. After that, LeBron blocks a shot back to half court. The final score was 71-46. This was a complete team effort from everybody. Everybody stepped up, everybody played great. But of course, leading the way for them was LeBron and Romeo. LeBron finished the game with 19 points, 6 assists, and 9 rebounds. Romeo Travis pitched in 16 points. Before I go to the state championship game, I do want to say that Canton South is not a bad team. I just felt like they needed a real go-to scorer. In the previous game, Ottawa Glandorf gave them trouble because they had 2 guys that when the going got tough, they could get them a bucket. I do get that every team is different and, some teams just do things by committee, but I feel like to be competitive in a game versus St. Vincent St. Mary, you gotta have a guy that's a killer. Canton South did not have that. That's why they lost by 25. March 22nd, 2003 was a state title game, and they were playing Kettering Alter. In the first quarter, LeBron James went fucking crazy. I mean, this dude was out here playing 1v5. Nobody else could buy a basket on his team, so LeBron took it upon himself. This is LeBron James scoring. This is LeBron James scoring again. This is LeBron James playing bully ball. He gets to the basket and he gets an and-1. After this and-1, LeBron had now scored 11 of his team's first 13 points. And his team was still losing. How, you may ask? Well, for one, though LeBron had been scoring a lot of his team's points, LeBron missed a lot of free throws and also they kept turning the ball over. And the third reason is number 24 on Kettering Alter. His name was Doug Pino and this dude was a baller. He was scoring, getting some steals. They said he had a football background and I could tell because this dude could get to the paint effortlessly. He was doing a good job of putting pressure on St. Vincent's defense, and he was one of the main reasons that they were up at the half. In the second half, it felt like I was watching the 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers. I say that because it felt like after every possession, LeBron's name was getting called. Whether it was for a block, a three-pointer he made, a mid-range shot he made, a dunk, a layup, an assist, getting a steal. He was everywhere in the second half, and he's the reason they won this game. LeBron finished the game with 25 points, but in a game like this, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, that's like 35 or 40 because the way Kettering Walter was playing, they were slowing the game down. The final score was 40-36. LeBron was now a three-time state champion.